in the history.
I fell in every single city on the press tour. I
think-
fell around the world.
I fell around the world.
Jennifer Lawrence is considered one of the highest paid actresses in the world. Even though she can afford all the luxury in the world, she does quite the opposite. Continue watching till the end to find out how this American icon spends her fortune. But before we start this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell for further updates on our future uploads. Jennifer Lawrence is one of the highest paid actresses in America. Most of us know Jennifer Lawrence as a celebrity icon that holds millions of dollars. But what we do not know is that she is wealthier than you might think. We agree many actors and actresses get a lot of money, but for her age, Jennifer Lawrence makes more than just a few $1,000,000. In only 2 years, Lawrence went from a small, role-holding actress to one of the highest paid actresses in the world. In 2015 and 16 alone, she made a total of $98 million. Her fortune and fame all came from starring in the 2012 film called The Hunger Games, where she became the highest-grossing action heroine in history when it comes to films, TV shows, comic books, and even video games. Jennifer Lawrence was one of the very few actresses to win a Guinness World Record for her role as Katniss Everdeen in The Hunger Games. After her premiere in this high-grossing film, she was titled as one of the top 100 most influential people in the world by Time magazine in 2013. 1 year later, she made it to the top 100 celebrities according to Forbes. These are just a couple of the many high points that this inspiring actor has reached so far. During her career as an actress, Jennifer Lawrence has starred in 14 other feature films, as well as a bunch of television performances, and has received positive reviews from every one of her projects. Her films have grossed more than $6 billion in the worldwide box office. Because she has a higher reputation in Hollywood, Jennifer Lawrence can leverage for a bigger paycheck than most actresses in Hollywood. Nowadays, this legendary icon is worth more than $130 million. Jennifer has almost reached Scarlett Johansson, who is titled as the highest paying actress in 2019, with a net worth of $165 million. However, Jennifer Lawrence may pass Scarlett Johansson one day, because she only has a few years of acting compared to Johansson, who has been in the limelight for 20 years. Her frugal attitude towards fame. Even though Jennifer Lawrence has all the money she could ever want, she claims that she doesn't feel comfortable spending it frivolously or even showing off. During an interview, she explained that she was raised to have respect and value for money, whether or not she had a lot of it. This kind of mentality has led to her budget all the purchases she makes, no matter how small they are. Lawrence also thinks that being able to afford a lot of cheap things is something that she has trouble accepting. This is because ever since she was a young child, she was raised on a pretty modest household, where her father worked as a construction worker and her mother was a manager at a summer camp. She spent most of her childhood helping out her mother in the summer camp and playing a lot of sports. However, all of that changed when she decided to drop out of high school and pursue an acting career in New York. It was after she started gaining recognition when Jennifer Lawrence found out what it meant to be rich and famous. But even though she now holds a total of $130 million, she still is obsessed with holding on tight to her traditional values when it comes to managing her finances. This has led her to become an excellent role model for many youngsters out there. How she made it to the top. The actress was born and raised in Indian Hills, Kentucky. When she was a little girl, Jennifer Lawrence had characteristics of a tomboy, as she was raised alongside two older brothers. According to Carmer Middle School in Louisville, Kentucky, Lawrence was always the best in sports, including basketball, softball, and field hockey. A more surprising thing about her is that the actress would always play on boys' teams. But apart from that, she also took a lot of interest in horseback riding, which was an activity she would usually do after school. Apart from somehow being a tomboy and being involved in many boys' teams, Jennifer Lawrence was also a talented cheerleader and even acted in school drama presentations and musicals. Back then, she also used to act in her local church events. One of her most memorable roles when she was young was when she portrayed a hooker that was based on the Bible story of Jonah in her local church. At that time, Jennifer Lawrence was only 9 years old. Getting to know her background, we're a little surprised that Lawrence has transformed from a girl interested in sports and drama presentations to a beautiful actress with a passion about every film she appears in. Lawrence got some recognition by appearing in a couple of TV series at the age of 15. This happened thanks to a talent scout who spotted her while she was on holiday with her family in New York. The scout offered her an audition for a couple of movies, and Jennifer ended up impressing the whole movie team with her outstanding performances. This eventually led her to relocate to California at the age of 15, where she began appearing in several TV shows and guest roles. The first professional role that was credited to the actress was in a 2006 comedy drama series called Monk. The series was a classical USA Network police procedural that gained Lawrence some positive feedback. Even though it was a minor role, it was very important to her as she was excited to find herself working alongside bigger actors such as Ted Levine, Tony Shalhoub, Traylor Howard, and Bitty Schram. In 2007, she was offered a role in NBC's supernatural drama thriller series called Media. In both series, Jennifer Lawrence gave a great performance, which led many movie makers in Los Angeles to come knocking at her door, offering her roles in other projects. But this doesn't show us a lot about how Jennifer Lawrence made that much money. The beginning of her getting millions was very instrumental. By 2007, she landed another role in a TBS sitcom called The Bill Engvall Show, where she portrayed a rebellious teenage girl named Lauren. The series ended in 2009 after it ran for a total of 3 seasons. She finally had enough with small work and thought that she was talented enough to continue her acting career at a more professional level in the industry. Even though Jennifer Lawrence was nervous at first, she applied to big studio films and would soon become the most talked about actress in feature articles from prestigious media publications such as Washington Post. Because Jennifer was talked about so much at that time, nobody was surprised when she won the Young Artist Award for the title Outstanding Young Performer. The only thing keeping Jennifer Lawrence from her millions was her contract with TBS. After that ended, her net worth increased rapidly, and ever since, her career as an actress has also been on the rise. Jennifer Lawrence has received endless offers to be a part of shows, but surprisingly, after the Bill Engvall Show ended, she hasn't appeared in TV shows anymore. She has only made an appearance in an episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live and Saturday Night Live. However, we have seen her appear in countless films in the last decade. Apart from acting in films and shows, Jennifer Lawrence also appeared as an actress in a music video called The Mess I Made, which was released back in 2010 by an American pop rock band called Parachute. No matter how small the roles she was willing to play were, Jennifer Lawrence has always appeared well decorated throughout her whole career. Her success in the film industry has won her a total of 7 MTV Movie Awards, 3 Golden Globe Awards, 6 People's Choice Awards, an Academy Award, a Satellite Award, and the list goes on. How does Jennifer Lawrence spend her money? Apart from spending money in usual ways such as on food, clothing, and all the bills she has to pay, Jennifer Lawrence loves spending her money on real estate. Even though she is considered to be a down-to-earth person when it comes to being successful and famous, she loves talking about how many homes she has purchased in upscale neighborhoods. The actress has real estate in Beverly Hills, California, and Lower Manhattan. Even though we do not know how much she has spent on these properties, we are aware that only one home in Beverly Hills costs more than $3.5 million, and homes located in Manhattan, New York cost just a little bit over $1.2 million. But these prices don't include the huge taxes that come with them. So we're pretty sure that Jennifer Lawrence has spent tens of millions of dollars on these properties. Jennifer Lawrence hates spending money on new clothes and vehicles. Despite having millions in her bank account, the actress's ways of dressing and living don't show it at all. Even though she has currently modeled for one of the most famous designers of all time, she still has only a few clothes in her closet because she just isn't that interested in fashion. Lawrence spoke about this in an interview with Fabulous magazine, where she stated that she has hated shopping ever since she was little. Whenever she would go shopping with her mother, she would immediately get bored because clothes just weren't her interest. Jennifer Lawrence has been spotted in public numerous times wearing affordable clothing such as $60 Amazon Reebok Freestyle high sneakers, white t-shirts, and denim jeans. In the interview with the Fabulous magazine, Lawrence also added that she hasn't updated her vehicle in forever and still uses the same car she has been driving for years on end. It has been reported that Jennifer Lawrence drives a modest Chevrolet Volt that is only worth about $20,000. We hoped you enjoyed this video. If you want more videos showing how celebrities spend their millions, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Thank you for watching. Until next time.